What if you went to Michigan and you visited the beaches of Lake Michigan and somebody told you that you could only take one rock, one perfect rock, perfect in your definition, which rock would you take? Would it be the nice rock, the pretty rock to satisfy the pretty rock syndrome? Would it be the fascinating and intriguing fossilicious rock? What would you do? Which would you take? Could you choose? Well, that's what I tried to do. And believe me, it was hard. I went to 4 different beaches, South Haven, 2 beaches in South Haven, and 2 beaches in Finnville. Watch and see what I chose and decide, would you choose the same?
The one perfect rock. About a feldspar, a little bit of epidote. It's pretty nice. Here's lightning stone right off the bat, with some iron shading, or staining I should say. Not bad, but not gonna make the cut. Ooh, that's interesting. Fossilicious. That's pretty cool. Fossil soup. If you like fossil soup, that's a good chunk of it right there. That's a lot of crinoids. Like some quartzite. Lots of brachiopods in that. It's kind of pretty, but I think I'll leave it. Interesting. It's kind of a Heinz 57 rock. Sedimentary. There's a nice little lightning stone. Beautiful piece of granite. And that, my friends, is a pretty cool lightning stone, but it's also fossilicious. Segmented, curled around there, if you can see that. You have to research that a little bit. That's worth keeping. That's the find of the day, I think. Sometimes my finds of the day turn out to be not so spectacular, though. There's lots of lightning stones here. For some reason, it's just a very generous spot in that respect. And that's a bigger piece, but not necessarily more spectacular specimen of lightning stone. basalt with some epidote in it. And there's a nice chunk of concrete. It happens to be prettier than most chunks of concrete, but it's not a pudding stone. Oh yeah, love these. With the jasper, which I believe is the jasper, and the epidote with green streaks running through it. Nice. But do I need it? No. That's another interesting one. A lightning stone, but not the typical. Looks like there's a blue streak running through it. There's a nice rock for the pretty rock syndrome. A little bit of quartz, a little bit of jasper, a little bit of epidote, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And when you throw the rocks back into the water ahead of you, you'd end up picking up the same rock twice. Okay, now there's some mica in there, and it looks to me like there's some amethyst in there too. See that? The purple? Little flecks of green, black, and purple. That's a pretty rock for the pretty rock syndrome. One rock to take home. What will it be? Well, it won't be a lightning stone, I can tell you that much. But they are cool. Well, now that's interesting. I need to look into this a little bit. This is, it's a white rock with tan, but it's layered like sedimentary, and then it's got all these little specks in it. I need to find out what those specks are. Maybe it'll be one bag of stones, as opposed to just one stone. Or maybe it'll be one fossil, and one granite, and one sedimentary. There's a big old piece of, seems kind of like quartzite in some ways, but in other ways, more sedimentary. It's cool though. That's cool. This would probably go well in the tumbler if it's not too soft. Some unakite. Okay, here's some fossils. Crinoids. Brachiopods. Pretty cool. I like it. Rocks like this really stand out. Is that called gneiss? G-N-E-I-S-S. Thought I'd be finding a Petoskey by now, but Not so, not so. Interesting. A little bit too far south to find a Petoskey stone, although they can be found here. That's a mutt rock. Just a mutt. Heinz 57 variety. Okay, now that looks like a piece, it's a small piece of banded chert. I like it. Maybe it's more of a fossil. I need to investigate this a little bit. All right. Very calm day here today at Pier Cove. And I like this little stream that flows. Reveals a lot of interesting rocks. Like this piece of quartzite. Love that bright green right there. Dreamy, but not a keeper. Okay, which ones to keep? Which ones to leave behind? That one I said had some amethyst in it. This one is wonderful, but it's going to stay here. These fossils, and that is fossilicious, but that's going to stay here. This, I am curious about this, but not sure. This is the most interesting one. I think I'm going to have to hang on to that one. Same with this. And this, even though it is cool, it's going to stay behind. And as nice as that is, that's going to stay behind. This, I got to find out more about this. That's interesting. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can probably do without the amethyst. I can do without the lightning stone. This yellow one, I can do without it. Narrowed it down to these 3. Okay, not 1, but 3. That's not bad. That's not bad.
So this ended up being the only one I kept. All right, take a look at that. And that turned out to be a type of a cephalopod. More specifically, a goniatite ammonoid. A group expert on my Facebook page that I subscribed to had an expert that identified it. So that's the one I'm keeping. And now I'm going to move on to the next beach. So keep watching for part number 2, 3, and 4, as I will be going to 4 different beaches. I decided that I couldn't do 4 beaches in one video. I had to just split it up. So that's why I'm doing 4 parts. Anyway, thanks for watching, and keep finding those rocks.